Well, good afternoon, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I am doing a Gary solo edition of Real Talk with SLR, taking Layla out. She's still with the cone of shame, even though it's not really the shame, That's just so that way she can be, protected from going after her stitches. The type of animal that she is, she will definitely go after any injury that she's got. And nod away, huh? Yeah, so we got her all nice and fixed up. It's been a couple of days. She's doing really well. Tomorrow is actually Louie's turn, and she is going to be out of the cone of shame because it should be long enough to let her wounds heal enough to where she shouldn't be really going after it. Shouldn't bug her too much. And then we're going to take that cone and put it on Louie when we get him back. So hopefully that will be good. I hope you don't go after those stitches. If she does, I'm going to have to go buy another one. Just in the meantime. But it's a beautiful day today. Mella's editing and whatnot. And we were going to do concrete today, but we woke up today and we were so just wiped. My body is yelling at me, screaming at me with all the concrete that we did. We went and helped out Drifting Dreamers, and my muscles are so sore, like it's not even funny. So I told her, don't stress about it, don't worry about it. Let's take today to rest a little bit because we still have a lot more concrete to do, and I don't want to be doing it in the middle of it and then one of us get hurt. So we're resting for a day. Tomorrow we're going to get back at it and get the concrete going again. But it's a beautiful day. It is a good day to relax and rest. Taking a little walk around the tier system, checking on the chickens. These guys are doing pretty good. They're getting pretty big. Hanging out. Of course I walk over here and they're all like, ah, let me go run over here and hide. I bet they're hiding yep, they're all underneath the coop over there. But, so beautiful. It's so nice outside. It's, gonna be such beautiful weather in the next couple of days. I've been keeping an eye on the weather, and it's another reason why I said, you know what, we can take a day. I didn't want to, but at the same time, my body's sort of yelling at me. It's hurting to hold this light GoPro. Like my elbow is just like in agony. So it's definitely a good thing to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be able to get back to it. But I'm gonna bring you back over this way to the next spot where we're gonna be working on the kids' foundation system areas. So, but I'm trying to figure out exactly staging wise with the cement mixer because I've got this big old hill and the camera doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. But that's easily like 7 to 8 feet from the bottom of the hill all the way up to the top. So that's it's a good hill, and it's a good steepness of it. And trying to run a wheelbarrow back and forth right there is probably not going to be the best spot. Ooh, look at that guy! Dang tarantula wasp! Look at that guy. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, I don't like those guys. It is mating season, so we're going to be seeing a lot more of those guys running around. It's basically a big, huge wasp, but they call them tarantula hawks because they go after the tarantulas and whatnot. So since it's mating season for tarantulas, those guys are going to be out and about like no tomorrow. That's for sure. But it shouldn't be too bad. We've got 9 holes to fill in this area, and yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna end up having to just bring the concrete down here. I have a feeling I might be able to put the concrete mixer right here. I'm really hoping, because if it's right there, then I can wheelbarrow to all of these no problem. but I'm just hoping that the hose and electrical and everything else can run from over there and not have any issues or anything. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do that and make it work a little bit better, but it's all the trying to plan it out right now. Let my body you know, rest and get all the other things going. I don't know, Melanie's hurting like no tomorrow too, so, and she's been to like the max, you know, and she's got so much on her plate with the video editing and everything, and every time we turn around we're just working, and she's like, I need to sit down on that computer. She stayed up until like 1:30 last night and doing all that, and I was like, babe, you're pushing yourself too much. I need you and I need myself. I'm sore. I'm beaten up like no tomorrow. So I told her, hey, look, rest. Take it easy. Do some of the editing today so that way you're not staying up forever. Let's get some good night's sleep tonight. Wake up tomorrow. We're going to have to take Louie in tomorrow to town and get him dropped off over at the vet. And then as soon as we get back here, we'll be hitting it and getting the concrete going. So we're trying to get those footings done and everything, and once we get those footings poured and all that situated, then we can move up to the front side, deal with that front side, clean it up, get the, you know, those footings dug and poured and everything else like that. But the good thing is, as soon as that is done up there on the top, all the concrete will be done, and then we should be able to come back to the backside of where the pillars are and start actually building up the pillar area and start doing the deck for the actual house. So it's just a lot of little things that have to go into place before we can get that going. And I figured, you know, since we got to wait for that concrete to cure, we might as well pour all the other concrete. And then I might as well, when I'm buying the materials for one, I can buy the materials for the others, and then we can start piecing up all the materials that we get. And yeah, so it's little things here and there, but it's coming out to be a beautiful times. That concrete that we did in the pillars are looking beautiful. It is it's actually coming to a point where I can almost rip off the floorboards. I do want to give it, you know, until next week to actually start putting weight up there and bearing onto it and everything else like that. No, it's not going to be fully cured, but it'll be cured enough to where I can start building up from there. And by the time that I'm fully done with the building, the deck and the rooftop for the deck and everything else like that, it should be cured enough to where it should be able to withstand and everything else like that. So it takes a minute for concrete to cure. A month. And even longer depending on how thick you pour it. And I poured those cells pretty thick. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, so it's been great. I'm super happy that we've been able to get what we've gotten done, and my body is thanking me like no tomorrow that I am taking today off because my lower back, my shoulders, and just like my whole neck area was just killing me after doing the concrete, and then just the little bit that we did going over to the drifters landing and helping them out and whatnot. And yeah, that was a lot of bent over in one period of time. It was intense, that's for sure. So definitely keep an eye out for Drifting Dreamers video on that, because yeah, that was a lot in a little bit, but at the same time it wasn't. You know, it was just tedious, the same thing over and over again. But it was a beautiful time. Tomorrow we should be able to pour all those footings, and if I need a little bit more concrete, I should be able to leave and go get it. We only have 20 more bags in the back of Biggie, and then I have 12 more bags inside the shed. Now, as soon as I empty out the back of Biggie, and I can calculate correctly, because, you know, they were way off calculation wise for the pillars area, and I did it all online in the calculations. I should have checked, you know, that's normally what I do is I double check different websites and see if one's reading one and one's not reading that, and see which ones are more accurate or anything. But I didn't do it that time because trying to find a block calculator is a little hard, and I did all that math anyway and put it in there, and yeah, it was saying 11 and it ended up being 22, which I had a feeling I was going to end up having another, you know, 5, maybe 6 on top of that 11 just due to the cap parts. But yeah, no, 22, that's a lot more than just the caps, I'm just saying. All right. But tomorrow should be good. Louie's gonna be having a, you know, I have a feeling he's gonna be going a little nutty at the vet office, and it's just because, you know, he is a boy and he is the vocal dog out of our pack and everything. He's the one that will let you know. He's the alarmer and everything else, and we're gonna have to try to keep him as calm as possible, because once he gets his everything else, I mean, I'm gonna adhere to what the vet says, and it might be different just due to the you know, how they're doing it versus a girl. But they said not to let Layla bark, and that's due to, you know, just how they do girls and everything else like that. They're worried about the abdomen and everything else. So Layla's been great. She hasn't been barking really, yelping, whining, or anything else like that. She's been really relaxing, having a good time. And then Louie, I'm curious on how he's going to be. Really curious, because we're going to have to keep him chilled out for a bit too. But boy dogs are a little different than girl dogs, and same thing with cats and everything else. So I'm a little curious on that, on how it's going to be. This is my first boy dog that we've ever owned. Like, you know, we've always stayed with the girl dogs just because they tend to be a little bit more docile and not as hyper protective per se. But yeah, oh, I'm trying not to give you guys that glance at it. I don't know where Mel's at with the videos per se, but I'm pretty sure she hasn't done anything on that, so I shouldn't give you guys a glance. But I don't know. Yeah, okay, there's that. All right, I'm sorry. It's all you get. You're gonna have to wait for another video. All right, but I'm gonna end up calling this one. I'm gonna get my booty back inside, relaxing. I'm so beat tired, it's not even funny. And yeah, I'm gonna try to regain my composure, gain my strength, and try to get some good rest tonight, because tomorrow is going to be a good day. We've got all this concrete left over here. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Still back there. So we're going to try to finish up what we have in there over there. And it's just the whole funness of getting it from, you know, here to over there. It's going to be a lot of weight, but it's better than a concrete truck, because I only need a little bit of concrete, and I'd have to waste a lot of concrete, and I don't have anywhere to put it really, unless I, you know, want to put it on my driveway areas, but I ain't doing that. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and until the next one, we'll catch you then. All right, later, you guys.